Good morning, DV, and welcome back to DVTV.
My name's Gianni.
My name is Oddbaith.
Do you have a favorite teacher?
I do actually, and his name is Mr. Neiman.
That's mine too.
Let's see what Adam has in store for us.
Bring me a teacher for a prize. Yeah, I got you. What else? Wait, fuck. A teacher? Oh, he's not gonna say nothing. Teacher.
How can I help you, sir? This guy's brought me here.
Yes.
What is your name?
Harper.
Harper, who'd you bring?
Mr. Neiman.
Perfect. All right, you'll get your prize later.
Yes.
Is that everything?
Yeah, you'll get your prize later. We have a gift card, but it's not like on hand right now.
Do I need to be present for anything else?
No.
Okay.
All right, perfect.
Bro, there's not even a camera.
Yes, it's right there.
All right,
What do I want?
we'll get your name. You'll get your prize.
All right.
I just don't have it on hand.
Are you serious?
What's this for?
You'll get it.
Yeah, yeah.
What's this for?
What do I get?
It's for DVTV.
I know, for what?
Just for a prize.
What's the price? What's this say?
The prize.
He didn't just bring you a teacher.
I brought the best teacher.
He brought the teacher.
The teacher.
The teacher. She's coming. Oh, we just gotta wait though. Just have to wait. Yo, she's coming, bro. Don't worry. She's right there. What do you need? Come here. Bring a teacher for a prize. What?
Who am I here with?
Alex.
Who'd you bring?
Miss Coburn.
Congratulations.
What's the prize?
You'll get a gift card.
Yeah.
Yo, we.
It's gonna be okay.
Who am I here with? Trenton Busher. Who'd you bring?
Miss Go?
She's with us in spirit. She left.
Yeah, she had to go. She had to go back to her class. But I did bring her, and they can all account for it.
Yeah, he won. Well, second, Lee won.
No, I won.
Yeah.
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 Thanks, Adam.
Prom is just around the corner, and with that special night this weekend, here are a few key reminders for students going to prom.
Here's Gabe with a quick prom PSA.
Hey DV, my name's Gabriel Gomez and I'm here with
Officer Leavitt.
What are some safety guidelines for upcoming prom?
Safety guidelines. Well, we definitely want you guys to be safe. And so let's cut to the chase of it. A lot of people go to pre-parties and they go there to have fun, to get ready, may get some snacks. But I know from the past that things have happened at pre-parties that involve alcohol and drugs. If you're caught with that in your system, that could lead to health issues or legal issues or both. If you're a driver and you're bringing people to prom, you got to be responsible, be smart, and be safe. Make sure that you're not part of any of that, and that you guys can have a great night over at prom. During prom, we see signs, evidence of alcohol use and drug use at prom. Don't be one of those people, guys. You can have fun without doing any of that. But should you take the chance of doing it and get caught, there's going to be legal repercussions. And that would involve the Phoenix Police and Chandler Police, since we're in Chandler this year. And post parties. Once prom is done, I know you guys want to go and have fun still, but do it safely, okay? The driving, a lot of the accidents occur because of either reckless driving, fast driving, or under the influence driving, or a combination of all of those. So make sure if you're a driver that you are the responsible person and that you get people from point A to point B safely.
What are the suggested transportation?
So transportation to prom, again, you know, a lot of people drive there. A lot of people have drop-offs, such as, you know, the party buses. And I should add, if you're in a party bus, that may be subject to a search by your administrative staff, just to make sure that no illegal substances are on board. Other modes of transportation, the limos or the Waymos. We've seen a lot of that last year, and they get you to the venue, but they don't know where to go because they're driverless vehicles. So make sure you're getting here safely in the right way. Waymo, I probably wouldn't suggest. I would probably do the Uber versus a Waymo because we had quite a few issues with them last year. And then there's always parent pickup. If there's a parent pickup, guys, you know when prom's going to end. Get on your phone and call parents so that you don't have the administrative staff waiting for your parent to pick you up after prom. Let's do it promptly. You know when it's about to end. Give your parents a call and they can come wait in line and pick you up and take you home safely.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just have fun. You know, prom, you only get to do it a couple times throughout your life, and just enjoy the moment and just be safe about it. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's it, DV. See you next time.
Thanks, Gabe.
Still stuck on the new look for prom? Taylor's got a few makeup suggestions to help students be ready.
Hi everybody, my name is Taylor. For prom, not many people know how to do makeup, especially like professionally, or they can't afford to get it done professionally, so I'll be showing you some tips and tricks as I do my makeup. So I'm gonna start off with my concealer, because I don't really do a foundation for my makeup, which is completely optional. You can use foundation if you want. So I just take concealer and I put it like under my eye, of course. I make kind of like a triangle, and then I just do the same on the other side, and then I put a tad on my nose, and then I take this beauty blender. You can use a brush, but I suggest not using your fingers, just because it can get messy. So then you just blend it out, and the key to having like really great makeup is just making sure you're blending, because if it's not blended out, it's gonna look splotchy. Okay, and then after that, before I do like powder and stuff, I also do my blush. This blush right here is very high pigmented, so I usually put like a dot on my hand, and then I take my brush and put it on separately. It's completely optional if you want to do that, or it also depends on the blush. I just use liquid blush because it stays longer and it's very vibrant. Like, again, you're just gonna want to blend that out a lot. You can put some on your nose, just wherever you feel like is best. Okay, and then after that, I then go in with some powder. I start with my blush powder. By the way, none of these are like high maintenance. Like, you don't need really like expensive makeup to make it look good. And then after that, I go in with this powder just on where I put my concealer, and then I use like this little pad thing for it, and I just do it under my eye or wherever I put that concealer in my nose. I don't have like a good contour or anything, so I'm gonna be using powder bronzer, and I just take some right here using like a fluffy brush, and I just do that along my jawline and a bit where my cheekbone is, making sure to blend very well. And then I take like, it's kind of a highlighter, but I just put it in the corner of my eye, kind of where my under eye is, because I like the look of a bright under eye. So then next I do some eyeliner. I started a bit, but since I struggle personally, and it's hard to get it even, I'm gonna use my phone to help as a camera, kind of, or like as a mirror. And so I just kind of bring it out into a line, but I make a line and then I connect it to like the middle of my eye, kind of. Another tip, like always double check if you think it looks good. If it's not going good, it's easier to fix it in the moment rather than go back in later and fix it. And then I take like a smaller one. I like to do a little line under my eyeliner, and then I connect it, and that's all I do for that part. And a little tip for when you're doing your eyeliner, if you mess up, the easiest way to get it off is taking a Q-tip and wiping it off. Maybe get it wet and wipe it off too. That can also help a lot. Okay, now we get into the fun part, doing the eyeshadow. For this, I have some eyeshadow palettes. For this more basic look that I'm going for, it's just like an everyday look. To get a more professional look, try to always use brushes. Brushes make it like a more cleaner look, and you have more control with brushes. I just kind of go from like the end of my eye and I bring that black towards the center slowly. But try to find out your eye shape and then search up inspiration based on that. That can also help you. All right, and then this is my personal favorite part. I like to pick out, like, I have this glitter palette and I like to pick out a glitter that matches my outfit. And I don't really wear yellow at all, so I'm gonna go with this yellow color that I have. And I just put that like where my eyelid is. Okay, final few steps. I like the look of putting white highlighter in the corner of my eyes, so I just like add a bit there and kind of blend it out a bit. And then I also like to add some on my nose. This is a scary mechanism for some people, but it's just an eyelash curler and it's pretty easy. Don't do it if you already have mascara on because it can rip out your eyelashes. But the way I do it is I just take my lashes in it and then I curl it and then I do that. It looks kind of freaky. And then I add my mascara. Don't get those steps confused, okay? And then I just take this, pump it, and I like to like bring it back and forth a bit because then it covers the entire lash rather than just the bottom. And then I also do my bottom lashes. Like the eyeliner, if you get it on your skin, you can just take a Q-tip and wipe that part off. Okay, so we're done with this part. And then for my lips, little tip that I forgot to mention at the beginning, put Vaseline or Aquaphor like chapstick on your lips and then wipe it off. And then when you do this part, like at the end of your makeup, it will last like for a long time and your lips will also be moisturized and stuff, and it's just very helpful. But I take this, it's like a lip stain, but it's like a liner. And so basically, I can't talk while doing this, but basically what you're gonna wanna do is follow the inner part, and then right at the bottom here, like here, you're gonna trace that bottom part. It gives you a fuller lip, and then the upper lip, just follow the inner lip. And then I kind of try to blend it, and then take a lipstick, lip tint, lip stain, doesn't really matter. And I just put it on. And then final step, okay, I take lip gloss, and if you want that matte look, go for it, but I like my lips glossy. And that's how I do my makeup. If you have any questions, I'm sure there's many other girls out there who have their makeup done. Just go up to them and ask them like for tips. And then there's videos online, there's pictures online, all that stuff. So I hope you guys have a great prom and good luck on your makeup.
Thanks, Taylor.
As the ACT testing is tomorrow for juniors,
Dylan has a few test-taking suggestions to help students from former ACT scorers.
Hey DV, I'm Eric, and today we're going to be sharing some helpful ACT tips to help you get a great score. Last year when I took the ACT, I got a score of 33.
Hey DV, I'm Cyrus Contractor. Last year when I took the ACT, I got a score of 36. The ACT is comprised of 4 sections: English, reading, writing, and math. There's also a writing section, but that one doesn't matter as much. A general tip for all the sections is to make sure to check your work after you finish each one.
Make sure to keep an eye on the timer because you want to make sure that you have time to answer each and every question on the segment that you're on. As well as the many tips you can use to help yourself, our school DV also has an amazing peer tutoring program that's completely free. If you want, make sure to use our amazing tutors to get you the help you need.
Specifically for the ACT Science, I have a really good book recommendation called The Master Key to ACT Science. If you really want a good score on that, I would check that out.
The night before the test, make sure not to worry too much and keep your nerves up. Try and lay low, play some video games, hang out with friends, but make sure you get a good night's rest.
That's all we have, so good luck on your ACT, juniors.
Good luck!
thanks Dylan.
And finally, we'll wrap it up today with a look at what's going on in sports.
Adam is here to cover everything from tennis matches on the courts.
What's up, DVTV? We're here at the tennis courts interviewing some tennis athletes. I'm here with
Karen Miners.
And how long have you been playing tennis?
How long have I been playing tennis? Let's just say that I'm a multi-sport athlete, and I've actually been involved in playing tennis for the last 7 years.
That's amazing. And what does tennis mean to you?
That's a really good question. Tennis has always been something in our family. So my mom was an amateur pro when I was growing up, and so we've always been around the tennis courts. What I love about high school tennis is that it is more of a team environment versus an individual single sport.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how can DV support girls tennis?
Just come out here and just be a part of our team environment, cheering us on in between, each set, each point, everything that we do. We literally feed off of the energy from our fans.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
With
Ava Fuller.
And what does tennis mean to you?
It is about teamwork and finding out what you're not great at and what doesn't work during a match and then doing better next time.
How long have you been playing tennis?
I started sophomore year during the fall season.
What's up, DVTV? Go support girls tennis. Oh!
That's all we got for you today on DVTV.
Thanks for tuning in and have a great day.